On my honor, I'm here to tell you that Dr. Bruce Steffes is the newest member of the Medical Mission Hall of Fame's class of 2009. The Chief Executive Officer of the Pan-African Academy of Christian Surgeons, Bruce enters the hall with lots of practice meeting heads of state and other world-renowned figures, a practice that started at an early age. The son of Carl and Ardith Steffes, Bruce grew up in Lapeer, Michigan, and graduated from high school in 1969. From there, it was on to Baptist Bible College of Pennsylvania and the University of Michigan Flint College for undergraduate work. This picture was taken in 1976 and celebrated Bruce's graduation cum laude from the University of Michigan School of Medicine. While in Ann Arbor, Bruce served as a class officer and as a member of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society. From the cold of Michigan, it was on to the Sunshine State for 7 years of residency at the University of Florida's Shands Hospital. Here's Bruce with his wife Jerry and his oldest daughter Michelle. His residency completed, Bruce did what most physicians do. He entered private practice. He was inducted as a fellow of the American College of Surgeons in 1985 while practicing as a general surgeon and intensivist. Bruce's career began to skyrocket. One of his interests was the field of advanced laparoscopy. He was so interested that he designed an operating room for the surgery, a facility that was perhaps the most advanced in the world. But Bruce's world was much more than surgery. He was involved in the startup and running of several medical-related businesses, and after all of that went back on weekends to get his MBA from Duke University's Fuqua School of Business. Yet with all of these accomplishments, something was missing. In response to a personal and spiritual crisis, Bruce knew that there had to be more. At least that's what he began telling himself. In 1997, Bruce quit his private practice without a clear idea of what he should be doing. Yet he knew one thing: God was calling him to a new life. A major part of that new life was Michelle. Mickey and Bruce married in 1998. Their honeymoon was a vision trip around the world, to war-torn, desolate, and poverty-stricken areas. It was love at first sight. What was once important mattered no more. His first jolt of reality was a hospital in Togo. Bruce's new beginning was filled with firsts, right from the book of the things they never taught me in med school. There was nothing general about this surgery. This child and this tumor were removed from the same pregnant woman. In New Guinea, neurosurgery was performed with the textbook open, bringing a new perspective to learning on the job. In Togo, Bruce reconstructed a leg with email guidance and with parts sent by a visitor. As one would expect, parts aren't always easy to come by, and Bruce has become quite proficient with his version of Home Depot. And like the remodeling giant, Bruce's message is simple: you can do it, we can help, even when it means replenishing the surgical blood bank with his own. In the past 2 decades, Bruce has made over 50 trips from his home in Fayetteville, North Carolina, to 40 countries in Central and South America, Eastern Europe, Asia, and Africa, staying up to 6 months in a country at a time. Transportation? Well, transportation is what it is, and at times it's something an elephant will never forget. A fellow of the College of Surgeons of East, Central, and Southern Africa and the West African College of Surgeons, Bruce spends much of his time teaching, although it's not always straight from the book. As CEO of the Pan-African Academy of Christian Surgeons, Bruce uses rural mission hospitals to train African physicians to become surgeons. As he says, in Africa, and for a lifetime. Bruce teaches medicine, Mickey teaches business. When he's back home, Bruce is the surgeon in residence for Methodist University's Physician Assistant Program, where he teaches anatomy, physiology, and general surgery. Wherever he may be, Bruce leans heavily on his family for support. Bruce and Mickey have a son, Sean. Bruce's passion through it all has been service through teaching. As he puts it, to relieve those missionaries who were tired, burned out, and often seemingly forgotten, to help the true heroes of medical missions. Tonight, we honor a true hero of missionary work, Dr. Bruce Steffes.